Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dutch Sheet channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. And what do I have for you today? It is, as you can tell, a car from Kyosho. Yeah, it is the Beetle, and the Beetle is part of their Legendary series. A, well, retro style of cars, if you will. In this video, I'm gonna tell you my first thoughts on this car. I just got it in. So let's have a look at this Kyosho Beetle.
You serious?
So guys, when I say my first thoughts, I really mean my first thoughts because I just got the box in. I haven't even had a look in the box. So this video will be mostly an unboxing and my first thoughts on what we get in this box. So if you're not familiar with the Kyosho Beetle, it is it's part of their Legendary series. Kyosho released a couple of like 6 or 7 retro style buggies, all in the 1/10 scale, and they are not carbon copies of old models, but well, slightly improved versions of older cars. So the Beetle was re-released, so the one you see here, in 2014 or 2013. It depends a little on who you ask, but around that time, 2014. Right, but at that time it was the second version already from a buggy from 1983-84. Also depends a little bit on who you ask, but in that period. Yeah, so start of the 1980s. So a really old design with a few slight modifications, but it's 95% the same, I'd say. So the box actually doesn't say Legendary series. Well, maybe it does over here. And you also see here officially licensed product. So the body shell design is officially licensed by Kyosho, right? So that's part of the price, I guess, of this here model. And it's a kit, so you'll be building this yourself. However, I assume or I suspect that some sub-assemblies will already be assembled. And yeah, so that's the box. And let's have a look over here. Here you can see that the frame, you'll see that in a minute as well, of course, but the frame is mostly aluminium. Very old school. And it has a trailing arm front suspension and rear also trailing arm. Yeah, I will do a second or third video on the finished car, obviously. And well, we'll do some running in that video as well. But again, in this video, we'll just have a look at what's in this here box. And okay, a lot of text. Oh, the Legendary okay, some mention of it being a Legendary series of car. And I assume this is the same text in Japanese. Yeah, alrighty, let's have a look what's in this here box. I must say, for a 1/10 scale car, the box is actually pretty big. And it's also hard to open. Hachikide. Alright, so what strikes me firstly is that it's very spaciously laid out. That's probably not proper English, but you also probably know what I mean. This is not what you'd see nowadays. Well, maybe in higher end like RC 4-wheel drive kits. In most kits nowadays you'd see all parts more squashed together so that the box is smaller, right? Economics. But this is nice to look at already. So front trailing arms, rear trailing arms, we see a differential. It is a 2-wheel drive car, by the way. We see drive shafts and we see shocks which are already built. I do not know if they are already oil filled, we'll see. And over here you see the body shell, which you will have to paint up yourself. And over here you see the 4 wheels and tires already fitted. Huh, okay. I wonder if they're already glued. And we see a gearbox. Yeah, gearbox. Rear gearbox, obviously. So what I'll do is, well, actually, let's take this sub box out, and it contains an actual box, and we'll have a look what's in that in a second. Over here again, the body shell, and what is this? Is this? This is probably the cover for the chassis top, to make it somewhat water resistant, well, water repellent, if you will. And this is the chassis, basically the basic chassis, the middle of the chassis. Well, actually, it's a chassis top. The actual chassis is aluminium runners, but this will house your electronics and your battery, and yeah, okay. And that's it for this compartment. No. We've got ourselves an instructions, a manual, and a sticker sheet, decal sheets. So that's nice. And window masks. These are probably window mask. Okay, no. Yeah. Okay. And this one over here is only the wheels and the gearbox. Back to this here box. Let's take this lid off and okay. Oh. Oh, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Alright, so that bigger box contains several bags, as you can tell, which are labeled. Yeah, so I'm assuming that the manual, the build manual, will reference these letters here. And also this first bag, bag A, contains the chassis rails and the front shock towers. And oh, a little tool and hex wrench, that's nice. So yeah, that I could well imagine that would be the first thing you build, the chassis, the base chassis. So yeah, then we have bag B, which are also chassis parts, shock towers, rear shock towers, and an upright, and okay, I'm not sure what these bearings. Yeah, so also grease. Okay, so this grease here, oh, I hope you can tell that's grease, will probably be for the diff and or the gearbox. I actually ordered some extra grease, but apparently the kit comes with it, so that's nice. Thank you very much. Again, I assume that the build will commence in the order of the bags, or at least that the build manual will reference these letters. Yeah, so bag C, we've got a shock oil. Is that shock oil? Yeah, shock oil. Yeah, so here is actually one of the shocks, and again, it's already built, but there's no oil in it. So yeah, they are oil fillable shocks apparently, and I already knew that, but yeah, shock oil is included, so that is very, very nice. Yeah, this will be a roll bar over here, screws, small parts, okay dokie. Then we've got a bag D with a Loctite, blue Loctite, some sanding paper, I'm not sure what for, but some sanding paper, and again screws and an antenna tube, I assume. So yeah, that's nice. There's no electronics included in this kit, by the way. If you are more familiar with Tamiya kits sometimes, at least the older kits, come with a motor and an ESC, right? This Kyosho kit does not come with any electronics, but yeah, you got an antenna tube. So, and again, I'm happy to see that it comes with, for instance, Loctite, shock oil, and grease for your diff. And also, oh, that's the grease, okay. Okay, so we got bag E, some more sanding paper. I think, actually, the sanding paper is intended for the body shell to rough it up a little. Yeah, right, so this bag E over here has the driver figure in it, unpainted as well. and some sanding paper. So again, that leads me to believe that the sanding paper is for the paintable surfaces. Yeah, and we've got a spare parts bag. What? Spare? Well, I see gears in it. Is that actually spare? Maybe. Could be. Because, well, actually I was gonna say the gearbox already has a gear. Yeah, maybe this plastic part over here of the gearbox already has gears in it. So, but yeah, I'm not sure what to think of spare parts. I think it's actually not spare parts. It's more like parts to finish the job, if you will. Okay, so here are one of the wheels, front wheels, very narrow, old school as well. Well, actually, modern racing buggies can also be found to have narrow front wheels, and hopefully you can tell that the tires aren't glued on yet. Also, I have actually ordered some softer rubber tires because, well, I was actually told that these front tires are very hard, and now that I feel them, they indeed are very hard. A middle hardness can also be found. Middle hardness, yeah, okay. Yeah, that can also be found, but it wasn't in stock. So I've ordered me some soft front tires. Yeah, the rear tires, from what I hear, are okay. But they are also not glued on yet. So let's also have a quick look in the build manual. Instruction manual apparently. Okay, yeah, so what do they tell us? They tell us that we need a servo, an ESC, a receiver and a battery. Is that all? A motor, right? Also a motor please. Yeah, and paint for the body shell, a body reamer, actually, not really. Can you tell that the holes are already pre-drilled? From the looks of it, you don't need a body reamer. Scissors, the body is already pre-cut as well. Actually, I don't see overspray protection film on it. Yeah, from the looks of it, oh no, there is some overspray protection film. Yeah, okay, but again, it's already pre-cut and pre-drilled. So, scissors, not really, from the looks of it. Tools, obviously, you do get a mini hex wrench. Hex wrench, this is not a hex wrench. Wheel nut wrench, yeah, that's more like it probably. Hex wrenches I didn't see in the kit, but it does say tools included over here, so probably they are, but they'll most likely be pretty small. So if you have proper tools at your disposal, will work out better. Yeah, pliers will probably be handy in the build, some kind of knife, and instant glue, yeah, for your tires. That's something you will need, and a radio, obviously. Yeah, a radio. Charger, yeah, also a charger. Oh yeah, battery charger. Okido. And other hardware, so build instructions, general build instructions, parts list. Is it a parts list? Yeah. Does it say in which bag each thing is? Yeah, probably this small. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but there's a small A over here. D, E. Not sure if those are the parts bag letters. Yeah, okay, so this is still parts bag, and here we see build diagram. Okay, open bag A, yeah. They do tell you which bag to use, and well, is that actually true? This part over here is definitely not from bag A, it's from bag B. Does it say open bag B? Okie dokie, yeah. Here they say open bag B, but again, definitely these parts are from bag B already. So this is something I found over the years in general with Kyosho build manuals, you'll be best off already being a bit of an experienced builder, so that you know what to look for. On the flip side, if you've built Tamiya sets, those build manuals are a bit clearer, are a bit simpler, maybe, if you will. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but yeah. Again, Kyosho build manuals in general require a little more thought. Okay, oh, they actually do tell you how to fill the shock, so that's nice. That's definitely nice. Rear SAS arm. Suspension, is that abbreviated? Okie dokie, SAS arm. Never seen that. Okie rear SAS post. Yo, suspension post. Huh. I must say it's a lot of fun browsing through this manual to see how old school this design of car is. With the trailing arms, you'd never see this on a modern car. Yeah, I love it. Cool, very nice, very nice. Again, the Kyosho did make a couple of small improvements, maybe for instance the use of other screws, hex heads instead of Phillips heads. Other than that, most of what I see, yeah, maybe for instance the use of bearings instead of bushings, but it looks very much the same as the very old, very original Beetle. Yeah. Okay, so they also tell you how to mask off the body, and yeah, the manual does mention the overspray film, so I'm gonna assume that's actually overspray film. And they even tell you how to apply, well, where to apply the decals, so that's nice. And probably some running instructions. Exploded fuse, more exploded fuse, what for? Oh, this is probably mostly for maintenance. If you want to dig into your car, maybe if you've bought this car second-hand and it's already built, it's very useful to have these exploded views to see how to get access to something, right? So yeah, definitely useful. And parts list again, parts list. Okie dokie. I really don't know what that first parts list was for. But well, I prefer to see things laid out twice than not at all, right? Alright guys, we are mostly back to where we started, right? What I'll do is I'm gonna be building this kit off screen, then I'll come back to you with a second video or a third video on, well, how it runs and what it looks like. I won't be using the box art color scheme, so my car won't be yellow, mine will probably be mostly gunmetal grey or silver. Not decided yet, yeah. And my wheels will be silver. I've actually ordered some actual bitted aluminum, or aluminium if you will, wheels. Yeah, and again, softer front tires and an aluminium front bumper. And that's, well, oh yeah, an aluminium rear cage, and obviously some electronics. My thoughts, less of what has to be built is or pre-built. There are a couple of things pre-assembled, for instance this diff and the rear gearbox, but that's more or less it. So, oh yeah, and the shocks themselves, but you'll have to take them apart again because you will have to fill them. So that's fine with me. I didn't order a kit to not be building things, right? Otherwise I could have just ordered an RTR. Things look very nice, quality-wise. And yeah, so again, this is an old school buggy, so the ride, the drivability will also be a little bit old school. Maybe even, well, probably not comical. The Tamiya version will probably be more comical to look at while driving. I don't think Kyosho would, well, they take themselves too seriously, if you will, to be building a comically driving car. But again, it'll be driving old school. But we'll see. in a future video. So these are my thoughts, and that's what you get for your money if you order up a Kyosho Beetle kit. Be sure to comment down below whatever you think. If you think the car is great, the video is crap, be sure to comment down below. Otherwise YouTube will just send this video to the dungeons. Right, that's what it works like. So thank you very much in advance. See you in the next video. Bye bye.